Okay, so now that we've learned how to add our developer drop-down to the ribbon, and we've learned how to add some basic text boxes to our form, what we can do now is explore some of the more advanced controls to create an interactive form using Word. And all these are going to be up in the control ribbon right here on the top. All right, so we come down here again to our questions on the second page. We've got our primary source reading here and our questions down on page 2. And let's say, for example, we want to take question 1, which used to be a short answer question, and we want to make it a multiple choice question with a selection on a drop-down list. What we can do is go to the controls and click on this icon right here which says drop-down list. That adds a box, a drop-down box right here next to the question, and then we want to click on properties, which will tell the form what we want to put in that drop-down box. So we click on properties and we give it a title. Let's say choose your answer here. Okay, and then we have to tell the form what our choices are for answers. So we want to come down to your drop-down list properties box right here at the bottom. Click here and click add. All right, and we can give it their first choice, which we can say is the year 1861. Click OK. Our second choice is going to be the year 1865. Click OK. Our next choice will be the year 1885. And our final choice will be the year 1900. Click OK. Once we have all of our choices and selections here, we can click OK to finish, and you can also remove or move up and down any of those choices to redesign. Okay, so now when the students click on that, it'll give them their choice of answers. Okay. The next question, question number 2, originally was a question where they had to circle the correct answer. Well, rather than circle it, since I want it to be interactive now, I'm going to put an interactive checkbox next to each of these. And all I have to do is, again, go up to the top where it says Controls, click on this last folder here which says Legacy Tools, and on the first row there's a little box that says Checkbox Form Field. I just click on that box, click on the box again for the next choice, click on the box again for the next choice, and click on the box again for the final choice. Okay. And for the last question is a kind of an essay question where they have to write 2 or 3 sentences. For this one, I'm going to get rid of the old lines here that they used to write their answers down on. And I'm going to replace them, again, on the control menu in the Legacy Tools. I'm going to replace them with this choice, which is Insert Frame. I click Insert Frame. I draw the answer box where I want them to type out their answers. And then inside that box, I go ahead up here and click on my text icon, which inserts a text content control. Okay. And here's where the students will be able to type in their answers. Now this last step is very important because none of this works unless you actually save or protect your document. You'll notice that now, even though I've got my checkboxes on the form where I want them, I can't click on them. When I click on them, it doesn't give me the choice of clicking in an answer. It just goes to my form field options. So in order to activate these, what I have to do is I have to actually protect my document. Up here on the top ribbon, you'll see an option right here that says Protect Document. You want to click on that and choose the first option, which is Restrict Formatting and Editing. And it gives you a list of choices over here. You want to pick choice number 2, Editing Restrictions, and you want to click Filling in Forms. Okay? And then click Yes, Start Enforcement. Now remember, if you're still on the design mode, this is not going to show up. So you have to make sure that you've off-clicked design mode, properties, all those things along your control panel, and then it will allow you to start enforcing protection. So good. We click Yes, And it gives us the option of password protecting our document. You don't have to do this. I'm just going to click no and not password protect it, but if you want to, you can password protect the document so that only you can get into it to make the changes to the form. Other people can still get into it to answer the form, but only you can make changes to the actual form itself. All right, so now we see that once the form is protected, the students can then go in and fill it out. So under name, they can click there, right, and you can have them click and enter their text, and they can start entering their name. Okay, click here to pick the date, all right, and they can choose their date. Click down here, they can select their item, and pick the answer to the question. Question number 2, and they can start typing their answers to the text in the last box right here. Okay, so this is again a way that you can take regular worksheets and turn them into interactive worksheets, so that you can have students create or complete assignments digitally, just using regular Microsoft Word.